Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Hop Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 25-yard line. The drive, and right away he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To the air on first down, here's Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. 20. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down, give him 25 yards.
Well, after watching that throw and catch on that corner route, you just have to know they put some time in working on it, haven't they?
Practice makes perfect, worked out well there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit. Just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. They'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, Willis. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Willis will look to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that run. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Malik Willis, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Herbert. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he rifles one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack.
Willis winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Willis.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Three yards remain for second down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Right there, 54, right there.
From just shy of midfield.
Willis, that's caught. Left side, it's Burks.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Another run here with Dobbins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Willis's throw is on target to Burks. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
I'm going to come back to you.
19-18. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action with Willis. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Dobbins is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Play action. It's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go, go, go.
3rd down, it's Willis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Willis. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, 40 yards. And the Titans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Check curl
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
54, right there. 54, Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go,
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 28 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Again, Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now.
Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Titans. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for